Something run through the hot wire down at the bottom of the pasture, almost along that fence down there, and drug it out into the pasture. See, Ann Shirley is in with the boars. So I guess we're just gonna let that run its course. Darby's gonna come out and he's gonna go down with these girls. So Ann Shirley and Lemon are gonna come in here with Wiz anyway. But at this point, I don't know if anybody's tried to breed her or not. I didn't see any signs, so maybe we can get some stuff jostled around before she gets bred. So Rose eating his breakfast, which is good. Once again, we're keeping an eye on him. But what this is telling me, that definitely my perimeters need to be some high tensile wire, and I need to get off of this Polyrope for, you know, trusting it to contain my herd, because that ain't gonna do it. Hey everybody, we got a new piece of equipment here on the farm. It is a Kubota RTV X900. That's a piece of equipment that we're looking at really utilizing a lot this coming spring. We were on a wait list for probably since early summer, I would say. It took a little while. I mean, I know there's people who are waiting well over a year now for one of these. Not necessarily this model. Like I said, this is the X900. It's a diesel, not a high-speed machine by any means. It's four-wheel drive. You know, we had to put a windshield on it, and we had to put a canopy on it, but it came with a hydraulic dump bed and a spray-in bed liner. The tilt is actually pretty fast. I was impressed with how quick that thing dumps. It's got a nice solid bumper up front here. Obviously, there's all kinds of attachments you can get for these things. Nothing that we are highly interested in at the moment. Like I said, I think as we progress with this machine, we'll know what we need and what we don't. We are not planning on putting any kind of doors on it for now. Yeah, there's just a lot of things that we can do around here that don't involve the real need to fire up the tractor. So it'll be nice to have this, and it'll be a little more user-friendly. Initial thoughts on this is it's a well-made machine. It looks very sturdy, very solid. I know people who have had similar models of this for a long time, and they're still clipping right along. All right, I got the side-by-side warming up. I got a new blade on the chainsaw. We're about to oil and gas that puppy up and see if we can't start cleaning up some of this mess from the ice storm. Yeah, I definitely got some limbs here I'm not going to be able to do anything with. I'm looking to see if I see any big ones hung up. I think all these here will come down, or it's going to look funnier than it does already. All right, I got a good bit of it down. Some of this big stuff cut up. Chainsaw's running great. Yeah, if I had to guess, actually I wouldn't even want to guess. I've seen some pretty old pictures of this house, and this tree is in it. And I've seen some pretty old pictures where that thing over there is just a twig. What I don't like is the yellowing that's been going on. Now, I know it's wintertime right now, but even in the summer, these things have been getting some yellow to them. I don't know, I'd have to get a tree person out here to look at it, but I don't know if it's really that important. We take these down, though, we'll definitely lose all our blockage from the main road, which I don't know if that hurts my feelings right now either. All right, I'm gonna run up here and get the tractor and see if I can't get the chipper hooked up, because why put all this brush on the burn pile if I can run it through the chipper and use it in the flower bed. So, well, that was an evolution, but the chipper's hooked up to the tractor. I just got to get the PTO shaft hooked up, and then we're gonna start trying to mulch up some of this little stuff here. pretty big dent. We got a lot mulch. So glad I didn't haul this off the burn. Much better use of the material. All right, Claire and I have been mulching limbs, and she's been kicking bouquet, but we got to go tend the critters. So, and Amanda's finally making it out after hours. All right, let me give her a driving lesson. Hold on, it's scary. Roe is running a high temperature. We think he's got an upper respiratory infection, which was probably caused from when he had the choke. Not uncommon for it to happen. So we gave him some pain meds, anti-inflammatory, to try to help him feel better. And now we're going to get some antibiotics in him. He's had like a really snotty nose, kind of rapid breathing, and obviously the temperature. So Amanda's getting his harness on right now. When she gave him the Banamine, I think that's what it's called, he come running out here. This is what I call the Sasquatch spot, because normally when I'm up there and I'm looking out here, Roe's dark body, and he'll be facing towards the barn, and he looks like Sasquatch. I just got back from West Virginia getting pigs castrated. So sorry I didn't film any of that. Completely slipped my mind. It didn't slip my mind. It was busy. There was a lot going on. Anyway, let me help Amanda out here. Well, it says it's 42 degrees and raining. I'll say we're good on the 42 degrees, and I'm glad it's not raining right now. So, yeah, it's been a pretty busy week. Get out here and check on Rochambeau and get everybody fed. Good morning, chickens. Well, you can say something. So we have not gotten eggs in a while, which is understandable. You know, certain times of the year when the days get short, chickens stop laying. And the days are starting to get a little longer. So here recently we've started getting a couple eggs. So that's good, especially given the price of eggs these days. This is my new welcoming party now that Prince is gone. So Prince was like the alarm clock for the farm. He would stand here, and when he saw anybody move up by the house, he would start, you know, hollering at us, and it would get the whole farm stirred up. Now that he's not here, I've actually been able to sneak out here a couple times and feed animals without them getting all carried away, but obviously not happening today. So let's get these critters fed. So one of the most frustrating things about these pigs is you got some of them, and I know I keep calling her Gracie Lou Freebush. I can't think of her name right now. She will dump that whole thing of water. She's really one of the only ones that'll do it. Maisie down there is pretty hard on the waters, and she'll dump a lot of water too when she's drinking. But we've had some warmer days here, so they haven't been going through as much water. Like I said, when it gets cold, they tend to drink a lot. Had to reprogram their door because we had chickens getting left out at night, and we'd have to come out here and scoop them up and throw them in the coop. And it's not hard to do. I've pretty much got it down now. It's just getting out here to do it. So everything seems to be good now. It's not closing until after they are all in the coop. So I threw some of the chips from grinding all that stuff up down the hill in here, and they've already spread that out pretty good. I've put straw and stuff inside the pig runs, and they just stomp it into the ground, and it's eventually just all mud again anyway. Now that'll probably be some good ground when it's all said and done. And what I'd like to do is put a garden in here, so eventually these are either going to move back or they're going to move up, because I like the downward slope, because when it does rain, it gives it an opportunity to drain. I like having them where it'll drain. Now I have a cherry tree I planted right here. I had another one I planted over there that didn't make it. I planted some pawpaw trees. None of those made it. Pawpaws are native to these areas. And I just really wanted some pawpaw trees. So I'm gonna try that again this year. I got another cherry right here. So if I'm gonna move these up, I just gotta, make room for them. But I like having my farrowing and weaning pens right here. And we're down to 38 pigs now. Like I said, getting Keely off to her new home, which was one of my juvies over there. I got 2 of these boys castrated. Actually, it was Harry Potter and Ron Weasley. Went and got castrated the other day. And then, Hazelnut lost those 2 piglets when we had that really bad cold snap. Other than that, everybody else is doing great. I have seen some breeding activity on Maisie. I haven't seen activity. I've seen signs that breeding activity is taking place. And I think this weekend we're finally going to get Darby moved down with those 2 girls. Romeo, Darby, Sweet Caroline, Wiz. Darby needs to go down there with Fig and Sailor Girl. So I just got to sort out where I'm going to break him out here. And all right, we're going to try to bring him out right up underneath the fence here. Obviously that stake will pull and we'll lift it up. And then I got it disconnected right here, and we'll walk him right on in there, and he'll be with his girls. Well, that wasn't too god-awful painful when the girls got out here to help. So I've seen indications that both these sows have been bred, and these 2 are up next, with the exception of Sweet Caroline, who has been in with the boars for about a week now. So I haven't seen that she's been bred, but there's always a chance. And I'm pretty sure Big Finger there, one of those sows out there, is in heat because Wiz is over there trolling the fence pretty hard. So we just pulled hairs and counted teats for the pigs out of this batch that we're going to register and the one that we're going to register out of this batch. And it smells like Darby's already marking his territory over there because we're about to gag from the amazing boar smells. It's enough that Clara's running away. All right, well, I'm finally out here to get a look at this tree. So you can see we got a big limb right there that's busted. I don't know if I can pull that down. The split, I can zoom in here, is right there. And then it looks like there's some damage on the back side of this tree I want to look at before I start cutting into it. I would say something's living in there. This tree has seen better days. Munching on the saw. Well, there's never a dull moment here on the farm. There's always something to do. So I figured I'd come out here and see if I could deal with some of my widow makers after we pulled hairs and counted teats on some of the piglets that were going to get registered. Yeah, registering pigs is it's just part of the process, I guess, of being a Kunekune farmer, and just the nature of the beast. One of those things you have to do. I can talk more about that process, and it's on my list of things to do, so stand by, there will be a video coming up. Yeah, but for now, we just took down the Widowmaker that was back over there. So the other one I got is right here. See where these roots are pulled up? And this tree is up here, and it's hung up in this Osage orange. This worries me a little bit. But we're supposed to get a lot of rain the next couple days. I'm not quite sure. It is almost dark. But do I take the time and try to get this off this stump right now? I'm not sure the side-by-side is gonna pull it out of that tree. So I'm half tempted to just leave it alone until the weather improves and I got a little bit more time to deal with it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let this one be for tonight. And if it does come down, let's hope it does it when everybody's up at the barnyard. Yeah, something's busted the wire again. I gotta go get some stuff to patch it. It's like all my pigs are accounted for, which is good. Darby right up there, he's in with the ladies. Y'all can see what's going on, and that ain't too cockeyed. Yeah, something run through this and did a number on it. Like I said, this Polyrope is pretty easy to work with. If you watch my little Polyrope demo, there's the knot right there I tied. I still ain't sharpened this wingman. It's still a good piece of gear though. Right over left, left over right. That's all you're getting right now, because I got to get this done. If the camera probably doesn't show it, but it is dark out here. I don't know what is getting into this stuff, but they are doing a number on it. We'll have to get some more post out here and get this tightened up. Well, I know it was singeing pigs earlier, but it really wasn't giving them the shock I wanted it to. Woo! All right. Big pig, you're looking tasty, popcorn. Don't run at me. Come on. He's eating his breakfast, so that's good. He doesn't have snot coming out of his nose. We still got the blanket on him for right now. I got to come back out and do water, so might take it off of him then. Don't wear Crocs on the farm when it's muddy. Ooh.